The rats are scary. I hate those bitches.
Rats?
Not a big fan. Yeah, they run at you and you know? Aggressive.
Do they?
So before VTubing, right, I think I've said this before, I ran a parrot rescue.
Ooh.
I was like the manager. So I did rehabilitation of the birds that would get surrendered to us. And we had a horrible rat infection because the building was in a very old building, very, very old building.
Right.
And every morning during the peak of it, I would clock in and the rats that would still be about would charge me. Like they'd look at me and then they'd start running directly at me as if like they had evil intent in their heart, all right?
Oh my God.
And I'll never be proud of it, but like I had to punt some of them to like get them away from me. You know what I mean? Like I'm a lover of the animals and I'm a kind person. Yeah, but sometimes I'd have to like dance around them, man, and like they'd come after me to like end my life. They were violent.
See, I had 2 pet rats at one point, not of my own volition. A friend was like, I'm moving, but this place I'm moving to, I can't bring my pet rats immediately because I'm going to be like couch surfing for like 2 weeks. Can you just hold them for me? And like, you know, and then after that, I'll take my rats back. And I was like, yeah, of course. You know? Right. I'll just hold your rats for a second. That's cool. And then they just never took them back. So I just had 2 rats now. I was like force adopted as a parent, and they were cute. And
they're really sweet. Pet rats are very sweet.
Yeah, they were really nice, but they were not, you know, like wild like the ones you were dealing with.
Dude,
so they never charged
like a personal grudge. I don't know what it was.
Because you showed up and ruined their party every single morning.
Every single morning, 6 a.m., I'd open that door and I'd be met with 400 eyes looking back at me.
That's crazy.
And my favorite thing was some of the birds, right? They'd scream like old women.
Yep.
So whenever one of the rats would run by their cage, I'd hear like a cacophony of old women screaming from the back room.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay. All right, the cockatoos are being harassed. Hang on one second.
A lot of people in my family have birds. I've had birds before. I really like them. And I was at one family member's house for Thanksgiving, and they have 2 very intelligent big birds. One of them's a macaw. And this macaw, he loves to talk. And you can walk up to him, and if you pick your arms up and you say, beauty, he'll extend his wings all the way back out as far as he'll go. And he goes, beauty, back at you. Oh, I love him.
There were 2 blue and gold macaws that got surrendered to us as a pair.
Yeah.
And whenever I would start vacuuming, one of them would yell at the top of their lungs, "Are you ready to rock?"
What?
And the other one would charm in with the "and roll."
Oh my God.
And then they'd scream the entire time I'd vacuum. I loved them so much. They were good. They were good birds.
It is absolutely deranged. It's good that they were good with the vacuum, though. Like, it was a fun thing for them.
Yeah. They liked it. They liked it quite a bit.
Are you ready to rock? That's crazy.
Very, very good highlight to the morning.
This one bird I'm talking about, he copies my aunt's laugh. So when she's in the other room and he wants her attention, he starts laughing just like her. And he sounds like it's like a 90% match. It's hard to tell which one's which. So she'll be talking, and mid-talk, you hear her laugh go from the other room. And I'm like, oh, ghostly. It's terrifying.
It's so jarring, then, isn't it? I had 2 birds. I had a yellow-naped Amazon and a Pioneus. And unfortunately, I was dying. They were giving me a parrot lung, and I already have respiratory issues.
Yeah.
So we had to rehome them. But my Amazon got adopted by a old rich white lady.
Oh.
Who built him an entire room on her house.
Oh my God. But that's awesome for him.
A huge upgrade, to be completely honest. You know what I mean?
Right.
And she adopted him right away because right when she went in to meet with him and everything, she started laughing, and he copied her laugh 1 to 1. It was eerie. I was like, oh, hang on. This this white lady is made for you, bro. This is your destiny.
Yeah, it's like terrifying, but that's how you know they like you when they copy you so much.
Yeah. It's nice. It's cute.
It's really cute.
Are birds smart or just 23 vocal stems in a trench coat? Fun fact, parrots have the exact same amount of neurons in their brains that humans do. They're just infinitely more densely packed.
Yep.
So they are actually smart.
I love when people say bird brain as if it's like a problem.
Right? It just means you may be a little obsessive more than anything else, you
Just a
know?
little. They're so obsessive. If like any of my familial birds don't get to be next to the person they want to be next to in that moment, they freak the out. They hate it. They need to be with their bird friends or like whatever human they've bonded to. Or they'll
And
actually
this is
like
what all the time. I think birds are horrible pets for most people. I think, and I say this with love, I think you need to be a very lonely shut-in for birds to be a really good pet.
Yeah, no, that's 100% true.
They're wonderful company, but they need company all the time.
They're good for like a retiree with no spouse, doesn't know what to do with themselves.
Yeah.
Like that's actually what they're ideal for.
Unironically. I think the most tragic thing is most people love their parrots, right? No matter what. So whenever people would surrender them, it was never a happy parting.
Right,
You know?
it was like
but it was
had
just,
to do it kind of thing.
Yeah, life changes so much
Yeah.
when you're young, you know? It's so difficult to say that you're going to be where you're going to be when you're 30, even compared to 35, you know?
100%. I did the same thing with cat rescue, where we've taken surrendered pets, or I did a lot of like pulling a cat out of a drain pipe type work. And like TNR and stuff, but yeah, we had a lot that were like surrendered by an elderly person who couldn't take care of them anymore, that kind of thing, and those were like always the ones I spent a lot of time with. But there were a couple times we just randomly had birds because there was nowhere for someone to put this bird, and they're like, I'm not about to throw it outside, but I'm literally moving. And you know, we had like one situation where some homeowner passed, and the new person that was like there to take care of their estate, they had like no relatives, and they just found a bird inside, and they were like, oh my god, if I didn't get here soon enough, this thing would have died, you know? And they didn't know who to call, and they called us, and we ended up just with a bird for like a couple months. We were like, all right,
He's chilling, don't worry about him.
I mean, we're gonna let it die, so we're like, okay.
Yeah, I think one of the toughest ones that I ever got was it was a house call from an elderly lady, and she had 15 parrots.
Oh my god.
And unfortunately, they weren't small parrots. They were all cockatoos. They were macaws.
Yeah.
It was a lot. And when we got there, I went with the owner of the rescue to pick everything up. When we got there,
Yeah.
you could tell that she hadn't had like mobility to clean in like probably like a year.
Oh
plus,
man.
right? And the birds were all healthy. They were all still fine. They
Okay.
were all okay. But one of the cages, when I was taking it out, I slipped and my hand like went into the tray at the bottom.
Oh, yep.
And I didn't realize it was wrist deep. So
Oh my god.
I slipped into like a puddle of essentially maggots.
no.
And I was like, oh, this is purely wretched. Oh, this is the most disgusting
God.
thing I had ever experienced. I
That's
ran
actual
outside and I felt
nightmare
so
fuel.
bad.
Risky.
I ran outside because I had to throw up so bad. And when I came back in, she was like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling us. Don't worry. It's okay. But holy shit, it was awful. It was so gross.
God. Yeah, I definitely did some hoarder house clear outs, and a lot of hoarders love to have pets for whatever reason.
It's so unfortunate.
Yeah, it's bad. I cannot tell you how many times I had to go to a hoarder house and like find a cat that hadn't been like litter boxes not taken care of for like years and stuff. Crazy.
That shit is rough, man.
It's bad, but it's really
Animal
common.
rescue is like not for the weak of heart, I feel.
No.
It's so sad.
After a while, I was in it because I felt like I had to be more than I just wanted to.
I agree. Yeah, when I finally I quit not because streaming was doing well, but because the owner of the rescue wanted to stop treating the rat problem. And I got so frustrated with him that I threw my keys at his head and I quit.
Yeah, that's so understandable.
But I'd go back into animal rescue when I'm older, I think. You know, I think it's
It's definitely
wonderful,
like my intent too, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good 45 plus plan, I think.
Yeah. 100% yes. My end game, if I like have money at all, is to make a cat sanctuary for people to rehome all sorts of cats that, you know, can't necessarily live inside, but shouldn't be outside in the environments they're in.
Right.
Because that was the thing that we
This
always
is
ran
good.
into with foster programs and the cat rescue we did was that most cats can be homed to indoor places, but some of them just can't. But that doesn't mean that they should be returned to where they were, you know, like it's not always a good environment.
Give them a safer end goal,
Yeah.
if nothing else.
So some people have like a property with a barn on it and it'll be attached to, you know, like that building, and they'll make basically a giant catio, you know, like a huge chicken wired in area that's just enormous, lots of plants, everything for them to hang out in, but definitely not like in someone's house, because that's not always right for them.
Yeah, definitely. I think that was the hardest part with the parrot rescue as well, because so many of them I felt like truly weren't put in another home kind of birds.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But with parrot rescues, I feel like there's not a lot of sanctuaries set up.
No. Definitely not.
The few that I can even think of are inundated, you know, like they're already full, because unfortunately they're long-lived animals. They don't have like a turnover in the same way that other sanctuaries do.
For sure. Yeah, they're I mean, you're lucky if it's a 20-year parrot and not like 40.
Oh, God, yeah, much less like any cockatoo can go to like 60, you know, assuming fatty liver doesn't get them, right?
Right.
Difficult animals to keep around for a long time.
Yeah. I had a cockatiel when I was very young. He was already pretty old, you know, when I was like a kid, but we had him for a long time. But I can't even imagine a cockatoo. They're like so much longer lived even.
Yeah, my yellow nape that I had, he came into the rescue with his beak cut off from his previous owner. They had like chopped it off, right?
What the hell? Yeah.
And the vet thought that it wasn't going to regrow because it went up into his soft palate. So I adopted him assuming that it would be like a handicap kind of situation.
Right.
Forever. He managed to regrow it completely, which was phenomenal. But he was 36 when he came to me. And he was young, like he was spry.
Yeah, holy.
Some of those birds live forever, man, like actually
No,
forever.
it's true. A lot of people are outlived by their birds. Like they get them when they're older and I'm like, hey, maybe don't, because this thing's gonna your kids are gonna have to take care of this damn bird.
Or like get an older bird, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
and there's plenty out there.
There's so many. Adopt a 50-year-old bird, that way you can spend the last like 20 years together.
Yeah,
know?
Exactly.
I think currently there is a lilac-crowned Amazon that is roughly estimated to be 114.
Wow.
And there's another blue and gold who is around the same age as well.
My God.
Which is insane.
That's crazy. And you feel bad because birds are really social. So like if they have a person and that person passes, they don't get over it sometimes. Like birds just don't.
That was mostly what my job was. It was rehabbing them to like get them used to new owners.
Yeah.
And you would not believe how many birds are horribly racist.
Yes.
Like horribly racist.
Yes. That's a thing. It's crazy. But they just know what they're familiar with. It's that simple for them sometimes. But but it's true.
Especially because like I was working in Arizona at the time, right? So it's a whole bunch of white people with parrots, right? And we had 2 volunteers. And thank God, bless their souls, man. They were Indian, and they would work with the birds to try and get them used to people who weren't, the color of a piece of paper.
Yeah, that's what the birds need, though. It's like the only way.
They do. Yeah.
Oh, no.
And thank God, man. Thank God. They were so incredibly patient. They would always sit there and let the birds just like freak out, bite the shit out of them, whatever. They didn't care. They were just like, you'll be comfortable one day. Don't worry.
Oh, man.
You'll get with the program. Birds, problematic is what they are.
Me and my problematic parrot. I didn't teach him. He just, it's all he knows.
Just don't let him near any bridges. Keep him away.
Oh my god.
Oh God, not to keep rambling about birds, but I had one in particular that came in, and he was from a crack house. They kept him in his cage his whole life, so he was around 10 years old and had never really been outside.
Yeah.
But when I was working with him, he wouldn't let anybody touch him or get near. He'd scream like somebody was gonna kill him.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember one time I was sitting in the front of the rescue with him, and somebody came in and they startled him, and he jumped to me for like security. But in jumping to me, he double freaked out and bit all the way through my hand. Like clear through.
Oh god.
And after I pried his beak out, he looked at me like he had understood what he did. And he was incredibly kind from that day forward. It was like a switch in his brain.
All it took was a little severe injury.
Oh, I heard of her. Oh, that's my bad. Oh my God, the boss killed me. Oh, no, I'm alive.
I mean, at least he knew. I mean, birds do know remorse. Birds know how to trick you. Like, they understand a lot of complex emotion and social scenarios.
Yeah. One of the parrots at the rescue was he was a little creepy. He would only let children handle him.
Ew. Okay.
What he would do is he would trick you into thinking he wanted to be your friend. He would put one of his feet through the bar of the cage so that you could like hold it, right?
Yeah.
And if you fell for that trap, he would pull you in as fast as he could to try and bite the out of you.
What a fucking asshole.
So what I'd do is I'd grab both of his feet.
Yeah.
And then he'd stare at me holding the bar with like his beak like, okay, I don't know what to do from here. You've got me. You've trapped me.
That's good.
Okay.
One of my familial birds, he's kind of like that, but it's not that he wants to hurt you. He wants to get snacks. So he'll act cute until you feed him, and then he forgets about you. Then he's like just mean. So he'll be like, look at me. And he'll slowly blink at you and pretend he's sleepy. And he'll curl up his head sideways into his wing. He'll put his little foot out of the cage, and you're like, oh my God, and you hold it, and you go, foot, and he goes, foot at you. And he'll say it while he puts his foot out too, like to let you know he wants you to hold his foot. And then you're like, oh, how cute. And you go to get him a snack and you give it to him. And after you do, if you come near him, he'll just shriek. Like if he got a snack, he's like, fuck off. And he's just so blatant with it. And I'm like, how do you know how to do this, man? Like, psyoping people.
There was a scarlet macaw at the place whose name was I won't say his name, but I called him Stinky. Right?
Yeah.
Because he was an asshole. He was just a huge asshole. But he was a sweet baby for me. Whenever anybody would like almost get bit by him or anything, he'd gasp and he'd go, Stinky. And then he'd go right back to trying to get you. Like,
that's kind of cool.
It was really cute.
One of my sets of grandparents used to have a bird, and the bird would copy my grandma's voice. And it would ask my grandfather all the time, what you doing, in my grandma's voice. And he always thought it was her, and he always did. So he'd answer the bird. He wouldn't look. He would just say, what you doing? He'd be like, I'm vacuuming, or whatever. I'm dusting. And because it would just go, what are you doing? And then it would go, oh, okay. It would say, oh, okay. Because my grandma, when she asked the bird something, like, what's your name? He says this. She goes, oh, okay.
Okay.
So it would just go, oh, okay. And so my grandpa would it was cute. And the thing is, like, he'd get asked 3 times in a row. He'd be like, I said I'm vacuuming. And then he'd look over and he'd be like, oh, it's the goddamn bird again,
My bitch wife nagging this shit
Yeah,
out of
you'd
me
be
while
like,
I'm
why is she
doing
asking
chores.
me 10 times what I'm doing? I said I'm vacuuming. Can't she see?
Open your eyes, woman. Holy.
It would just be the bird being like, oh, okay.
That's so cute.
I loved that bird. He was so good.
Such interesting animals, man, that we decide to keep.
Yeah. I am liking being a cat owner, though. I've had a lot of other animals. I've especially like just standard dogs and everything, and I love them. But I'm enjoying the only cat owning life because it's so not complex.
Yeah, it's just really chill.
Yeah.
Also, like I feel like traveling is really easy when it's
so
just
much
cats.
easier.
You know? Yeah.
Like if you need someone to cat sit, they don't have to spend all day with the cat. They can just like feed them, make sure they're chill. I died. And it's not so bad. Although I do try to get someone to like stay with them if I can, because of how needy they are. Because Lucky only knows me being home at this point.
We have a wonderful cat sitting place that we drop them off to, and I was really nervous about that option the first few times.
Yeah.
But then it got to the point where we have to convince the cats to come home with us. So I'm like, okay, all right, they're doing all right.
Yeah,
They're fine here.